So today I just wanted to do a quick follow-up on mostly the separators, the bottle separators that we made last time. And if you watched our video on making the wine carrier, the little wine box carrier, you know that we made these so that they will insert and that they can be taken out. And I also like them because they move around. They're a little bit flexible because all these wine bottles are different sizes, a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. And with these moving around like that, it sort of helps all of them fit in a little bit better. But not everybody wants that. So today we're going to show you what you can do to permanently attach those in there, but also a way to remove them if you want to use the box for something else. And we're going to show you some uses for the box for something else. And we're going to show you another kind of bottle separator that we made. And you can see how it has the crisscrosses in all four directions. And it's really simple to make. So stick around while we show you some different options for the bottle separators. Now, I didn't want to take up a lot of time on this video because this is a follow-up. So these are inserts for the length of the box. We'll do those second. These are the inserts for the width of the box, and I've already pre-cut them at 5 3/4 inches. I've also changed the blade in my table saw back to my 10-inch blade, and the reason for that is we're going to need a little bit of height because obviously we're going to be cutting a little bit deeper here. And I've got this set for just about 3 inches, and I want a little bit of play in there. I want this to move, be able to move a little bit because some of the bottles are going to be smaller and some are a little bit bigger, so it's better if it moves a little bit. So let's prepare this and get ready to do the first cuts. Now, as I said, I've already set the height and I've already set the width of the fence. Now I just took a moment and moved the fence over a little bit more, and you'll see that the cut is just a little bit wider now. Okay, and again, I've already preset the fence. And I've now preset the second cut. Now you can see that the fence is further away, so I've preset it for the middle cut. And what's nice about this one is I can just reverse this one. You'll see this. So let's just take a quick, because we want the bottoms to hold this down, I'm just going to put these on the bottom, just like that. And put the third one on. And that should go on just... There we go. And we can hold these together just by squeezing them. They won't fall. If you don't, the bottoms will fall out. So let's go over to the boxes now and make sure that they fit. Okay, and if we hold those like that, there they go. And that's what they look like. Let's make sure that they work. Oh, I put some lids on too so that you can see the bottles a little bit better. Or I don't know what they're called, these plastic top things that you can get. There we go. and that's what that looks like. Now, let's talk a minute about fastening these down, because the first ones that we made were loose, and we wanted them loose because we can use this box for other things. So let me show you what we need to do. All we need to do to fasten these down. Now, I know some of you want these inserts to be held in permanently, or at least semi-permanently, and that's really easy to do. I just made these little blocks, put a screw hole in it first of all, and I actually even countersunk this one, and they can just screw in like that, just to the side on the side of the wood there, on the end gable. Just screw it on there, and if you ever want to take the inserts out to use the box for something else, you just unscrew the 4 little screws, set the blocks aside, and you can pull the inserts out if you want them to be in there permanently. Now, the other inserts that we made that are completely free-floating, the same little block idea will work. The only difference is, in this case, we've made, and I just used a felt pen to indicate it, we've made a little notch in there, and that little notch would, of course, just fit down, slide down right over top of that, and hold that in there, and it'll keep it from moving back and forth, and it'll keep it from sliding out as well. One of the neat things with boxes is all of the other things that you can do with them. Now, I designed these, or redesigned these for use for carrying wine bottles back and forth for people who are making their homebrew wines. But imagine these on a bookshelf, or they could actually, you could even stack them, you could even use them to make your own bookshelf. What a great way to make a rustic looking bookshelf. So there's lots and lots of different things that you could do with this kind of box. You could even put boards between them and make all sorts of different kinds of racks and cupboards. So that's it for our follow-up on the wine carrier box, wine carrier / wine rack, and now bookcase rack. I'm Colin Cadet for WoodWorkWeb. Thanks for watching.